Okay, Roland, go ahead, man. What happened? The camera went dead. My battery went dead, so I had to go ahead and get my get it plugged in. Roland, go ahead and tell us what you think of what's going on here.
I just think, man,
Okay, well, now we were talking about they want to give you 270 days,
yeah.
And then they said they reduced it down to what?
120.
120. They're going to cut you a deal.
But they don't have no police report. So
they have no police report. He hasn't committed no crime. This is a non-violent crime, 120 days. Do you know how much money it's going to cost the taxpayers to incarcerate this guy for 120 days or 270 days? Come on. Does this make sense?
It really don't. Non-violent crime. I ain't no threat to society. You feel me? They got me doing, it's just crazy. No police report, and they want 120 days. That's like, that sound like to me, they just want me to go, they should just ask me, can they go do 120 days so they can get paid some money?
Yeah.
That's what it sounds like.
Well, what do you think is going to be done? I mean, how can this stuff...
Like, I really don't think there's no way around it. Like, you got to go, only way around it, you got to go pay for a high-paid lawyer. You know, people like me don't hardly got that much money. You feel me?
What did you say about the white guy in there who was in there for drinking and driving, and he's got, what, 10 days?
Yeah.
He got 10 days and he was drinking and driving?
I don't have nothing like that on my record, man. No driving, no driving drunk. I don't drink. I don't do no drug. I don't have no drug charges on my... It's crazy.
You have no drug charges in your history?
I have no drug charge.
This is what they're doing. They're just raping and robbing people.
Yeah, I just think, I don't know. I just wanted to say, like, I know we all made mistakes. Probably could have been a mistake. Like, probably the officer who arrested me, he probably thought I was somebody who he dealt with in the past, and racial profiling. I don't know what was going on.
It's called racial profiling. You know, brother, I just can't understand. I mean, did you resist him? Why did he stun you? I mean, that sounds unusual that he just took the stun gun out and stunned you.
I wasn't resisting. I just got loud in my mouth, but he didn't like that because he told me. He told me, like, he suspected I had drugs on me, and that was like, that's messed up. Like, why would you pull somebody over for suspecting something? You know?
Right. He just suspected you had drugs, and so he pulled you over. That's what he said to you.
Yeah, he pulled me to the side. And my partner was right. My partner was right there. It's messed up, man. We paying. I gotta pay for it. I'm paying because my kids paying for it. I gotta keep going back and forth to court. My kids paying for it. That's taking time away from them.
Right.
Feel me? I get locked up. How I'm provide for my kids. You know.
Well, their goal right now is to get as many people as they can incarcerated in the United States. It's just really a mess, man. It's just really something, this prison industry. And that's what they're doing, brother, they're just using you. I'm just telling you that somehow, some way, someone in your community needs to get the people together because you guys are divided and they're bringing you guys down one at a time.
Yeah, man.
One at a time. So, brother, before this time is up, listen, I got 15 minutes on YouTube, and I know I haven't been on here no 15 minutes. And so you need to say something that'll speak to your community. Say, hey, listen, I mean, this just ain't right.
Man, everybody in St. Pete knows, man. Everybody who know me, they know what goes on, you know. And it's just like, ain't no way around it. Like, shit just gotta stop. Like, it's a flaw in the justice system. They need to get together and get the bad cops.
Well, see, what they want to do is they want to push you to where you get out of control, and then they come down and tighten more.
Yeah.
Right now, they just got federal grant money coming into this county, and they guess where the money's focused to go to. All of South St. Pete is where they're going to come in and try to separate the young children, the young men from their families. Their goal is to separate the African American young children from their families. And I mean, I went to this Juvenile Justice Review Board meeting, and I mean, can you imagine Bernie McCabe sitting at one of the tables, and listen, these guys are getting federal grant money to come into your county, and who they're after is your children, to separate you guys from your heritage, from your families,
yeah.
And that's really a mess what's going on. I mean, and this is no joke. This stuff is happening, and I'm just saying, brother, like I told you, someone needs to start speaking out. What's more powerful than your guns is your tongue, and that's all God is telling you to do. He's telling you to speak. Life and death is in the power of the tongue, and you need to speak out against what they're doing. It's the only way it's going to stop.
Man, like I said, everybody in St. Pete know what they out there. The police know what they doing, man.
They're pushing people. They're pushing them.
Well, what is they getting? They getting a big check for arresting all, you know? What's going on? Like,
Well, they're trying to intimidate you. It's like this one guy walking down the street. He's walking down the street. A young African-American man comes down. So they got him on the sidewalk, spread eagle on the ground, and the cop puts the gun to his head and said, "Nigger, I could blow your brains out." He said he's trying to intimidate me. He knows what's going on. He's got the gun at his head and said, "Nigger, I could blow your brains out and get away with it." That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's downright crazy. These people are evil. It's downright evil. They can't figure out why you don't love them, brother.
They killing us. They putting us in jail for no reason.
It's just insane, and people don't even understand it. It's just really a sad, sad situation.
Yeah, man, it's like, I don't know what the population is of the same people. Everybody know. Everybody had to go through the same thing I'm going through. Somebody else done went through this. Going through it. Right now. Everybody knows, man. That's why I said St. Pete Police, the biggest gang in probably Florida.
All right, brother. I don't know what else to say. If you don't have anything else to say, I'll stop it here. Your court date is, they gave you a continuance. They waived your rights to speedy trial. I mean, that was the biggest mistake. If the prosecutor said in the courtroom that he couldn't get a hold of the officer, he couldn't get the police report because I guess he didn't write up a police report. And then they waived your rights to speedy trial to give the prosecutor time to prosecute you. I said, that's crazy. I never heard nothing like it. Then they want to cut you a deal from 270 days to 100 and how many days?
A free 120 days, man.
120 days.
Yeah,
I mean, they're people. I mean,
they
brother.
ain't paying me. They getting paid.
Yeah, they're getting paid. But I'm saying, how can you have such a case where I'm in the courtroom and the guy sitting there says, he said, I haven't been able to get a hold of the office, the prosecutor says, and I'm not able to get a police report because the guy didn't write up a police report. There's not a police report written. And so they ain't got nothing to prosecute you with, and then your attorney waives your rights to a speedy trial to give them more time, than they did the same thing to me. And I ended up in jail for 6 months.
Yeah.
There's just rape and rob.
Listen, God on my side, the same thing gonna happen when I go to my next trial date. They ain't better reach the police officer because it was a flaw in the court. That flaw in he
knew he was wrong. Listen,
yeah.
If he knew the cop knew he was out of control.
They can't bring up nothing that wasn't there, never there. So there's never gonna be a police record.
And so if I looked on your record, your police record, you have no drug charges.
No drug charges.
And no alcohol, drinking and driving charges, nothing.
No alcohol, drinking and driving.
Okay. And brother, so this is really a sad situation. When they get done with you, you're going to need drugs and alcohol to cope with what they're doing to you. That's usually a sad thing. When people come here, they need drugs and alcohol if they get done with them.
Yeah.
Okay, brother, listen, I'm going to stop it here, and now unless there's something else you want to say.
No, I'm done, man. Ain't nothing else to say.
All right, brother.
Yeah.
All right.